Being in practice and hitting your goals and hitting your targets is not like winning a gold medal. I don't know about you, but I've been watching the Olympics and it's fantastic. But oftentimes when I look at the Olympics and what they're doing, sometimes we forget that in practice, I think find a lot of chiropractors like hitting their goals or reaching their goals as if they won the gold medal or they're trying to win the gold medal. I think that's the wrong approach. Here's why. Hey there, it's Laurence Tham here, your chiro coach. Here we're going to talk about how to help you build your practice towards a profit practice and eventually a freedom practice. I've been talking about the Olympics. I don't know about you, I've been excited about it. I hope you've been enjoying the Olympics here too as well. Maybe it's because I'm in lockdown and there's nothing else to do. No, I'm just joking. It's Olympics. I love Olympics because of the fascination about sport and also human interest stories that I love behind the scenes. Because reality is that in order for a champion to be in the Olympics, to win a gold medal, it's the pinnacle of most sports. And the thing is that we often see like the highlight reel and what they've done in that one race, in that final swim or that final lap or that final race. And I see a lot of chiropractors thinking like, I want to see 150 or I want to see $1 million practice. I want to see X amount or whatever it is as being the gold medal moment. And I think that's the wrong approach. And here's why I think that. The reason why that's a wrong approach is because your goal of where you want to be should only just be a milestone of where you want to eventually be. Okay, I want to repeat that. The goal that you are set for yourself right now, whatever goal you have, I guarantee you it should be a milestone to where you want to be in the future. Because I am not sure if you just be satisfied with this next goal. The next goal should be the next milestone. Now, just like when an Olympic swimmer, to say, wins a gold medal, what we fail to see is the 4 years of training. Actually, not even just the 4 years, but all the years combined that got to that level to help them get to the practice and the training and the nutrition and the push and all of those things that led up to that point to make it even to that far to then push themselves further to win that champion moment. Now, I'm not saying that you're not going to have championship moments in your life, but I don't think it happens every week. So staring at your numbers and deciding whether or not I've achieved my goals this week and being disappointed that you didn't hit your goal this week shouldn't be make or break in your confidence. What you should be thinking about is my next goal is the next milestone, which is like hitting a certain time limit. If you're a weightlifter, you're hitting a certain weight. It's like leading to being better because once you hit that, you're going for the next thing. Because our human nature in our brain, it's about how do I improve. Most chiropractors, there is no end goal. Right? This is what Simon Sinek calls the infinite game, which means the game is not finite, which means there is no win or loss. Just because you didn't hit a certain amount doesn't mean that you're not back there tomorrow to go after it again. And this is what I mean by your target number, your practice number shouldn't be your gold medal moment, right? It never ends because once you hit that, you should be looking for the next thing. And I would rather you start thinking about your goals and your targets should be more about how am I getting better? How do I get better? What should you focus on to getting better? Because now it's just like, once you hit that, it's another thing you're going to go after. Because now you're thinking well beyond that number. Why does that matter? Because when you think beyond the numbers, then this number it's just a stepping stone. It's just the next step. Rather than thinking like, that's the ledge I need to jump up to, and that's where we're going to stop. And this is where the difference between successful people and people who don't create success in practice is because the successful people go beyond that. They're going for a much bigger prize, that gold medal moment, which is well far in advance. It's 4 years away or whatever it is. That's the vision that should be driving you. What's your vision? So step number one is like, number one, you got to have a vision that's bigger than yourself. A vision that's way more than numbers. A vision that is like, what are you doing all this for? So what you got to 150? So what you got $1 million practice? So what if you're seeing 300? What happens then? What are you doing it for? Are you doing it for yourself? Is it to just earn more money, or is it actually to make an impact, to make a change, to make a dent in the universe, or make a dent in your practice, or make a dent in your community that you actually do something for them? Is it for the profession? I don't know what it is for you, but everybody's driven by different things, and it's okay. But you have to have a vision of where that's going to be. Maybe that's 3 to 4 years away. What is that vision? What's that drive? So when the moments when it sucks, when the weeks are when there's weeks when you don't have great numbers, you remind yourself of that vision. That's step number one. Number two is then you got to break it down into small little milestones, right? Those people who win the gold medal didn't just do it and go like, that's what I want to do. And that's what and that's all I have to train for. No, of course, they're going to have to set those milestones every single day. They're in the pool. My brother was a swimmer. He trained twice a day. twice a day. He would get up at 5 a.m., 4:30 in the morning. He would be in the pool by 5 a.m. and he would train for 2 hours in the morning, go to school, come home, and then he would train for another 2 hours in the afternoon. He did that 6 days a week and then raced on Sundays. I don't think there was a day he ever stopped. He did that for years. And that's exactly what swimmers do. They train and they train and they train, but that's exactly what we do. It's called practice, right? Practice. That's what you're doing. Every single day you're showing up, seeing these patients, it's practice. You're practicing every single day. And that's exactly how you should take it. You should be treating it as practice. What are you doing every day to get better? What are you doing to get better each day? That's a fundamental question you should be asking yourself, not chasing a number that you want to get to. Forget about the number. You set the number, you created it, but let it be. Then work your butt off to go figure out, what do I need to improve to be even in contention to get to that number? That's what you should be thinking about. What are the steps? What are the things I can do each day to improve myself? Is it to improve my technique? Is it to better improve my communication? Is it better improve my sales technique? Is it better improve my my flow, my efficiency, how I run my business? Is it better to kind of make sure my team's on board? How do I train my team? How do I market? How do I get better on camera? How do I blank, 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 right? There's so many things you can do. But the whole concept I want you to get from this video is that the 100 things you do isn't about just the number. It's about how do you get better, because this profession needs a better version of you. Who's going to show up? Because the person to hit that number, whatever number you're trying to go for, requires you to be that different person. What's the mindset you need to have? What are the skills that you need to have? What education do you need to have? What confidence do you need to have? What commitments do you need to make? What sacrifices do you need to make to be that person? And once you get there, another level and another level. That's how the amateurs become pros, and that's how pros become successful, and that's how successful people become legendary. This is the path of success. And if you want to be a legend in your particular community, a legend in this profession, you got to do the right things. You got to work your butt off. You got to do things that no one can see. You got to do things that no one's willing to do. That's how you stay ahead. It's not about being ahead of anybody else. It's not a competition with anybody, because it's an infinite game. We're just competing against ourselves. If you want to show up and be a better version of yourself, then show up and do the thing that's most people won't do. Go to practice and practice. That's the essence of what we're talking about today. So if that was some value to you, like it, comment, go to our YouTube page and check out our video there. Check out the other videos that I've done there. Go to our Your Chiro Coach on the podcast and listen to your favorite podcast. Listen to it there if on audio. But I'm here for you. My job is to help you get to a profit practice so you can use that profit so you can actually drive that mission forward even further. That's the goal. If you want help with that, give us a call. Go to joinnitro.com and let's have a conversation and see how it can help you. Hope that was helpful today, and go enjoy the Olympics. Talk to you soon.